And I too would like to support my colleague here in calling for the Minister to approve the Holy Family School in Cootehill. As my colleague has outlined, it is a very unique, but more importantly, a very important school across Cavan Monaghan, Minister. It caters for pupils between the ages of 4 to 18 and, of course, is located in Cootehill, which we like to call the hub of education, as it lies uniquely on the border between Cavan and Monaghan and provides for that whole catchment area. It caters for pupils with severe, profound learning difficulties, moderate and multiple learning disabilities, and also for pupils with autism. And as you've seen, Minister, yourself, we had huge protests out all over the country on Monday in relation to access for services for parents and, more importantly, perhaps for the students themselves of special needs. Now, this is a hugely important infrastructural project that we need to see happening within Cavan and Monaghan. And I know your department have gone some of the way in this, but they do need the approval for the project to actually get underway. As Brendan has outlined, there are teachers having to go to various locations across Cootehill to do their normal day's work, and I would absolutely support him here in calling for movement on this particular project. Thank you.
And thanks for raising this issue. I think it is a very successful school, and I don't think anyone doubts the quality of the school. And as Deputy Brendan Smith said there, it has had very dramatic increased in enrolment. Now, I have had a look back at the history of this, and I think, to be fair, the reason for the delay from reviewing the history has been for good reason, in that the Board of Management did request the increase in size of school and to add an additional 5 permanent classrooms. So it was originally 21 and went to 26. Now, that obviously meant the design had to be amended. There had to be a fresh planning application obtained for that, and that brought the size of the floor area to 5,300 square metres. There also was the need to appoint a replacement consultant, mechanical and electrical engineer to the design team, and that again was an issue. The other issue that was raised by the school was the decant, how the children would be decanted. And originally, I think in the original plan, it was to be a 2-phase, and the decant wouldn't have been on the same scale. But now it is a total decant of the school, and a design for that has been approved, and it will be a part of the total contract. In terms of where we now stand, the department is waiting the stage 2B submission from the school. That is the next step from the school. As you say, in January what was approved is that they would go to that detailed design stage. The department obviously will have to get that detailed design submission and assess it. I think you are suggesting that contractors would be pre-qualified before that. I will ask my department whether that's something that's feasible, but I would imagine there would have to be definition around the actual design before the pre-qualification would occur. But maybe that is not the case, but I'd certainly check that out for you. But so we certainly, as soon as the submission comes in from the school, we will attempt to move that as quickly as possible. It is a process that requires evaluation within the department. All the different elements have to be completed just to make sure that it will deliver as designed in the way intended. But I can assure you that the department will assign very considerable priority to this in view of the value of the school and the urgency that the deputies have drawn attention to.
Thank you, Minister.